Welcome back, trainers. So it is that time again to start guessing what can possibly be the next community day. Now we can obviously skip a month and say we will be getting Blaziken, or should I say Chikorita, for that community day month. But as far as the month of April, what could we possibly get? Now I do have Blaziken, Garchomp, and Slacking up here. The Garchomp is just for fun, okay, and they are not going to be in their non-shiny variances because it is very minuscule, and I just decided to go with these. But for the other ones, as you can see, they are in their shiny variants: Salamence, Flygon, Gardevoir, and Porygon Z. So more than likely we may see one of those, although Niantic has been throwing us for a loop and putting out some random community day Pokemon such as Mamoswine, which completely threw me off there. So with that said, let's go ahead and go over these Pokemon because they're quite interesting and can benefit quite significantly if they were to receive some sort of community day move. Alrighty, so taking a look at my Pokemon here for possibly coming community day. Now we know in May, Blaziken with a community day move is going to be absolutely amazing. Now I don't know if it's going to receive the Blast Burn move. I mean, unoriginal over and over again. And I was discussing with a friend of mine how and when they may switch that up. We may just see a complete recycle in several years for the starter Pokemon yet again with newer moves. So for Blaziken, we've seen Blaze Kick added into the master file, and we have obviously Blast Burn. So hopefully it would be nice if it received some sort of fighting move, right? But more than likely it's just going to get another copy and paste, but who knows what will happen with that. But on the other hand, we do have Porygon, which will eventually go into, we go down here, Porygon Z. And currently as it is, let's go ahead and take a look at that as a matter of fact. So for Hidden Power, we don't need to worry about that. That can be whatever. And yeah, so it does have Solar Beam, Zap Cannon, and Hyper Beam. So yes, they're extremely strong moves, and they can find great usability when you go into raids, okay? But as far as PvP, this Pokemon is not that great. I've seen people say, well, put it in the end so you have your opponent's shields possibly burnt up, and then you'll be able to hit it hard with those big moves. Yes, to some degree that is fairly true, but for the most part, it's just not there for PvP, okay? But on the other hand, if it did receive the move, Tri-Attack, holy cow, it would become an absolutely amazing Pokemon. 2 charge bar for say 100 or 90, that's going to be crazy. So basically, just like the other broken community day moves, except for a normal type. So Porygon has great potential, not to mention its shiny looks awesome. Okay, it's blue. I'll have an image here for Porygon Z on either side, and every time I go over a specific Pokemon, we'll put that image on the side here. Then Combustion, of course. Blaziken's alright, Blaziken's shiny doesn't really look different, okay, unfortunately, but when it does evolve into a Mega Evolution, which I'm just gonna let you know right now, whenever Megas do come out, Mega Blaziken is gonna be where it's at, so keep that in mind. Now moving on, we do have Ralts. So this one's gonna be fairly interesting, and something we haven't seen quite introduced into Pokemon Go is a Fairy Quick move, right? We need one of those. So having a Fairy Quick move introduced for their community day would be magnificent. Not too sure which one it would be. I guess we're gonna go over the moves for these Pokemon like we usually do. So yeah, this is probably the 6th time I kind of make these videos. Usually after community days we go over it, kind of like a little refresher. So we have 2 evolutions though. We have the female and the male, so you will be able to receive 2 shiny variances for those, and as well as 2 different moves. Could we see that coming in, or would they simply give them the same move? As far as Glade goes, it's not going to benefit from a Fairy Quick move because it is going to be Psychic and Fighting type, and it loses that Fairy typing. So hopefully it would receive its own special move. But the Routes Community Day, absolutely amazing. Hopefully we'll be able to see that one soon. We'll go over the moves here shortly. For Slakoth, now this is an obvious one. What would happen possibly? Its quick move, Yawn, would possibly become Hidden Power, therefore making it a lot better because it does have massive attack and its moves are pretty good. Play Rough, Earthquake, Hyper Beam, those are actually decent. Play Rough is going to be hitting hard with Slacking's massive attack, and mixed with an actual quick move that does damage, it should be pretty nice to finally have that. Because as it is now, you can't, I mean, you could use it in PvP, but you're wasting your time. And then we have Trapinch that will go into Flygon. Shiny variants looks pretty cool as well. And it's going to get its time to shine. People are like, hatched another Trapinch, But when this comes around, it might change people's minds if it did get announced to receive some sort of community day. Now, for Flygon, should be pretty interesting. Like I said, we're going to go over their moves here shortly. Now, Bagon to finally evolve into Salamence. Salamence is in dire need of a community day move, because all it has currently for its charge moves are single bars, which Niantic always does this on purpose, because they have something lined up for the future in preparation for these Pokemon. They don't want them to be super great, because when the community day does come out, they want people to rush to it and make as many as they can and participate in this community day to receive this exclusive move that is going to be a lot better than what it currently has. Now, it does have Draco Meteor as Salamence, which, you know, is pretty strong, but you can possibly faint when you're almost ready to use it, which is wasting all that energy and time that you were out there trying to finally get it off. And especially in PvP, don't see it too often. It's, you know, could be okay, you know, for PvP, but with those single charge moves, guys, you know, we've been over this before PvP was out and discussing the leagues before Niantic even mentioned them, you know, getting you ready for what's to come. Single bar moves in PvP are just not the best, unless we've seen a special case like Quagsire. They have a quick move that is gaining energy at an extreme rate, but Salamence does not have that. It does have great quick moves. It has Fire Fang, I guess, can be pretty neat. Going up against Ice-type Pokemon, you have coverage, and then Dragon Tail, which is hitting hard. So there are the lineups possibly for the future. Now let's go ahead and talk about their moves and see what they can maybe learn. Okay, so before we check out Gardevoir's Community Day possible move, let's go ahead and take a look at what it currently has. Charge Beam, Confusion for the quick moves. For the charge moves, we have Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Dazzling Gleam. So all of its, well, yeah, pretty much all of its charge moves are pretty good, right? Dazzling Gleam, it's going to be getting Stab, massive damage, 2 charge bar moves. Shadow Ball, a bit of coverage there, 2 charge bar. Psychic, you know, it's getting Stab, and it can find its usability. Confusion is absolutely amazing as a gym defender, as well as Dazzling Gleam. Charge Beam will enable you to get energy up quicker to get off your charge moves faster in PvP. But other than that, it does not have a very quick move. So let's go ahead and see what we can find for it. Alright, so over here on Bulbapedia, checking out Gardevoir. Now, unfortunately, it's not looking too hot, guys. See, what happened here is Niantic did something, and I don't know if they're going to revert this or switch it or something. And what is going on is they made all of the fairy moves charge moves. So, Disarming Voice, Drain Kiss, those could have been quick fairy moves, but they're charges. So, we're stuck in this predicament where there is, unfortunately, no outlet for a very quick move. Going over all of the moves here, it's not looking too great. As it is, it basically has the best moves that it can have right now. So, I mean, we can say, oh, Future Sight, sure, you know, that would be a stronger psychic move, but it's still a single charge, and that does not fix the whole very quick move situation. So, yeah, that's unfortunate, really. We have Psyshock, which it could possibly learn, which would be pretty good as far as a psychic move goes on it, because it will be getting stabbed and it is part psychic. And then as we move down here, it has plenty of moves, as you can see. I mean, the move pool is vast and great, but will it be, you know, good on it? That's the question. So as we've seen, there's nothing too fantastic up there. We do have Future Sight and Psyshock. You know, Psyshock would probably be obviously the much better one for PvP. And taking a look at the move tutor moves here, we do have, you know, Zen Headbutt, which can possibly be a quick move, but does it really need that? No, it needs a very quick move. And other than that, there's really not much going on here, guys. I mean, we have Signal Beam, Thunder Punch, and Ice Punch, Ice Wind, but those are all charges, and more than likely it's not going to be receiving those. So as far as Gardevoir goes, I don't really have a solution. The only thing that I can see Niantic doing is possibly making Drain Kiss. Let's go up here really quick. Drain Kiss and Disarming Voice, some sort of very quick move, and reverting them back to that. I wouldn't say reverting because they never were a very quick move. But if they did somehow do that, Gardevoir would be absolutely fantastic. So as far as a Community Day move, it can learn. Moonblast is also on the table, but do we really need that? It has Dazzling Gleam, which is going to be better, right? So yeah, unfortunately, Gardevoir is not looking too hot. Okay, let's go ahead and speed this up because the video is going to get quite lengthy here. So for Glade, we have Low Kick and Confusion for the quick moves. For the charge moves, we have Close Combat, Psychic, and Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade has served me quite well going into PvP matches, so let's see what it can possibly learn for a Community Day move. Alright, so looking at Glade's possible Community Day moves here, as far as charge moves go, it's looking pretty good. We will go over those. So for the quick moves though, it's not looking so hot. It does already have Confusion, which actually is pretty good. Very good damage as well as decent energy gain. Stored Power, which is going to be a psychic move, could be a nice addition for a psychic quick move on it. And, you know, who knows how that would work out. Psycho Cut would probably be a kind of underwhelming Community Day move, although it has decent energy gain and it will also be getting stabbed. Psy Shock for a charge move, not bad. Break as a charge fighting move, but there's going to be a better one here in just a moment. And then moving down, we see Low Sweep, which it already has Focus Blast. It already has a single charge fighting move, so I don't think that'd be the best. And yeah, I wouldn't want to see that at all. Dazzling Gleam, it could give it some coverage, but I don't think it needs that. So if we go ahead and look at the move tutor moves here, we have Drain Punch, which that's what I think it's going to be. That or Focus Punch, okay? Focus Punch could be a 2-charge bar doing like 110 damage because we have seen Community Day moves do that much, like on Blast Burn. And then for Drain Punch, it could be a 3-charge bar move doing massive damage, kind of like Leaf Blade. So that'd be pretty nice and a welcome addition for it. Zen Headbutt as well for a psychic quick move. And it does have a plethora of other moves here, but those are the ones I want to focus on. So Glade's looking actually pretty good if it did receive one of those for the Community Day. Taking a look at Salamence, it will have 3 quick moves. It's going to have Fire Fang, Dragon Tail, as well as Bite. For the charge move, all singles, that's going to be Draco Meteor, Hydro Pump, and Fire Blast. Draco Meteor is fairly strong. Fire Blast can give it coverage going up against possibly Ice-type Pokemon. And then it has Hydro Pump there for some diversity. So there you go for Salamence. Let's go and see what it can possibly learn for the Community Day. Alright, so for the level up moves, it is going to have Fly, which, man, I don't know how that's going to work out. Flying type move, not really needed, I think. And Dragon Breath would be great. Wouldn't that be something if it actually received 2? So yeah, that'd be great. Dragon Breath as well as Dragon Claw. Dragon Claw is going to be a charge move, so that'd be pretty nice. Flamethrower, man, if it just came with that already, it probably wouldn't even need a Community Day if it had the double charge anyway. So Dragon Claw, we're already seeing that. Aerial Ace, I'm gonna go for possibly a Dragon move. So let's just head down to the move tutor moves because that's where the fun is going to be. Dragon Pulse and Outrage is possibly what we will see. Maybe even Dragon Claw. Who knows? We might even get the introduction with Dragon Breath for it, and that would make it fantastic. But yeah, I don't know. It needs a double charge move. So there you have Salamence. I'm going to go with Outrage, Dragon Pulse, or Dragon Claw. For Flygon here, for the quick moves, we have Mud Shot, Dragon Tail. For the charge moves, we have Stone Edge, Earthquake, and Dragon Claw. So it is pretty good as it stands. Mud Shot gains energy at an astounding rate. Dragon Tail, you will be getting stabbed, as well as Mud Shot too. Stone Edge is pretty nice. It will be charging quick, as well as Earthquake. Those are going to be single charges, but like we went over, like Quagsire, it does have that Mud Shot, which will be gaining quite a bit of energy. Therefore, those single charges are not nullifying it too bad or holding it back. And then Dragon Claw is just a 3-charge bar move mixed with Mud Shot. Are you kidding me? Have you been up against one of those in PvP? It just gets off one after another extremely quick. So Flygon, as it is right now, is actually pretty good, but I'm sure it can get better. So let's go ahead and take a look at what it can learn. So as it is right now, I think this is going to be the most interesting one with the most moves that are going to be useful in Pokemon Go. So for a quick move, Dragon Breath, which would be kind of nice, I suppose. And then Dragon Claw already has that. Mud Slap, Bulldoze, which would be a double charge move doing quite a bit of damage. Earth Power, pretty nice as well. And then Dragon Rush is probably what we just may see coming in for this. And mixed with Mud Shot, wowie wow, it's going to be getting those off extremely fast. And then moving down, already has Dragon Claw, okay. And quite a bit of moves here. Just going to focus on a few specific ones. So let's go ahead and move down to the move tutor moves. So Dragon Pulse, Earth Power, Outrage. And then Draco Meteor, I'm going to kind of rule that out. We did see that come in for Dragonite. But yeah, nobody really uses those too much. I mean, you can find usability and it's not horrible, but we all know Outrage is a lot better. So for Flygon, I'm going to say Dragon Pulse, Earth Power, or Outrage. And then if we go up here really quick, oh, a little bit too far. Let's see. Same ones, Dragon Rush, and then that one as well. So Flygon looking pretty nice. Alright trainers, so that is going to wrap the video up. I did skip Slaking, Blaziken, as well as Porygon Z. And like I said in the beginning, Garchomp just for fun, because who knows what Niantic might throw at us next, and just may release Garchomp with Community Day, but that's more than likely not going to happen. Anyways, for the Slaking, we know that the quick move, the Yawn that it currently has, may just become hidden power. For Blaziken, it might just receive Blaze Kick or Blast Burn, and then for Porygon Z, Tri Attack. And for the other ones, we covered those. So I hope you enjoyed this video, trainers. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.